Hello, everybody. It's Debbie Warner here for Gina K Designs. Gina and Tom, thank you so much for having me tonight. It's our April 2025 release. April means springtime, and springtime means the end of the school year. I created a stamp set called Teacher Appreciation so that we can make cards for our children and grandchildren's teachers. It is called Teacher Appreciation, and it has many greetings in a chalkboard font. That chalkboard font does not have dies that go with it because it has a chalkboard die. And I like to cut the chalkboard die out of either slate or black onyx. And then I cut it again so that I can get the frame. And sometimes I do brown for wood, and sometimes I've been doing the metallic silver to look like a metal frame on the chalkboard. And then I've been using silver for the chalkboard tray that gets glued onto it. I do have a tip sheet that I will load onto the Facebook page under the file section so that you can go, and when you get the stamp set, if you need ideas on how to put some of those chalkboard greetings together, this should be able to help you with that. I also have on here a couple apples and some other greetings. I have 4 of them that can be used as the focal point on your card. One is the influence of a great teacher can never be erased, and there's a pencil on that. And then I have a teacher takes a hand, opens a mind, touches a heart, and shares the future. Also, a great teacher is hard to find and impossible to forget. And teaching is a work of heart. So those are the other greetings that are on the stamp set. I really had a lot of fun with this, just creating those chalkboards and mixing those greetings together. So I have some samples I would like to share with you tonight. So let's get started. I found it easier to cut out the chalkboard first and then position the stamps on it for the greetings. On this card, I used ivory cardstock. That stencil is our brand new whimsical primrose stencil, and I used innocent pink, dusty rose, wild dandelion for the flowers, and the leaves are in jelly bean green and fresh asparagus. I then took the dusty rose and the fresh asparagus, smushed them onto a block, and then added a little water so I could spray a light splatter all over for interest. I then ran the whole thing through the lattice embossing folder and finished it off with the greeting in gold embossing powder. I did cut the greeting die, use the greeting die to cut out a piece of craft foam to put under the greeting for extra dimension. On this card, I was going for a old classroom look with a brick wall. So I used our brick wall stencil, and I used faded brick and craft for the brick. I created the floor with craft, and then I colored the little apple with my alcohol markers. On this card for the background, I used our Venetian blind die. I first cut it out in black onyx, and then I cut it many more times in key lime, blue sky, blue lagoon, lucky clover, and blue raspberry for all those inserts. I used a grass green card base for this one, and my greeting was done in black embossing powder. Finished it off with some of the blue and some of the green rainbow pearls. On this one, my greeting reads, Teaching is a work of heart. So I wanted to tie in hearts. So I used our heart background die. I cut it out in craft. And then I backed it with a piece of cherry red cardstock and put it onto a white card base. My ink for the greeting is cherry red, finishing it off with some of our gold pearls. On this cheery rainbow card, my cardstock colors are red, hot, black, white. I did use some white pigment ink to add a little chalk dust to that chalkboard. My rainbow thank yous are stamped in wild lilac, blue raspberry, lucky clover, wild dandelion, tangerine twist, and red hot. The rainbow hearts added a little bit of interest to this card. I also made a couple of tags. The one on the left uses our shaker tag die, and the one on the right uses our decorative tag die. The shaker die is just a little wider, and I thought it fit that blackboard quite well. So those are my samples for today. So there you have my samples. You can see how creative you can get and how much fun it is to create those chalkboards. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. This is a favorite card of mine, mainly because of the rainbow thank yous and those rainbow hearts. They just went together so well. I did take some white pigment ink and I added some chalk dust to the chalkboard. All of my greetings on the chalkboard, I did use white embossing powder. I liked the way it showed up. You can also use white pigment ink if you wanted a little lighter, but that's what I did. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have fun thanking the teachers of your children and your grandchildren. And happy spring, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Keep watching to see a few more bonus cards. Okay, this is our first bonus card, and it does use our Starstruck stencil. And I took a Jelly Roll pen in Stardust and just outlined a few of those stars. Bonus card number 2. The influence of a great teacher can never be erased. I colored the pencil with my Prismacolor pencil, so I added a yellow border behind my white panel just to kind of tie in that color. This is my third and last bonus card for you. I did use our cobblestone stencil on this with some soft stone and some turquoise sea ink. I did edge it in slate and added some clear quartz sequins. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you next month on our next release. Bye-bye.